Hi everybody, and welcome to All Miniatures Great and Small. Today we're going to be taking a look at some new releases for Team Yankee, a World War III miniatures game from Battlefront Miniatures. Today I finally received my shipment of Team Yankee Terrain. So this is the first batch of terrain that is available, and I was happy to finally get it in. It's been several months since the initial release of Team Yankee itself in the starter boxes. Now we're starting to finally see some of the cool stuff, the terrain and all that, hit the stores locally in mass. So it kind of trickled in. People picked it up right away. So I finally was able to get some. So we're going to take a look at all of these. We've got the concrete walls. I think this might be the cheapest of the terrain sets that are out right now. So you get fully painted concrete barriers for highways, factory grounds, whatever you want to do. You get four 4-inch sections, two 3-inch sections, two 2-inch sections, and two 2-inch corners. So, and they're all pre-painted, so we don't have to do anything about it. So we'll crack those open in a minute. Next up we have the oil tanks. So we got a box containing 2 oil tanks. Again, very cool. And you can see here that these guys, in the picture at least, use the concrete barriers to fence in the oil tanks, which is a cool idea. Then we've got the modern roads. Now, as a Flames of War player, I already have their rural roads and cobblestone roads, but these modern roads obviously look like concrete asphalt with road markings. The modern roads expansion gives you the sharp curves, T-junctions, a crossway, and all that stuff. And then last we have the modern roads themselves. These are the straights and gentle curves. Contains 72 inches, so you should be able to get across a 6-foot board with this. Same breakdown as when you get the rural roads from Battlefront. You get 4 straight pieces and 2 curved pieces. So we're going to go ahead and open these up and take a look at the quality, see what we get for our money. Alright, so we're starting with the modern roads first. We pulled it out of the box, so this is what we get. It's very nicely packed. So not only do we have styrofoam, we've got bubble wrap, the road sections themselves. You can see how thick they are. They're pretty flexible. It's kind of like a rubbery plastic material that, having experience with the other Battlefront sets, sets pretty well on the table. So I get 4 of those. Nothing exceptional, but nothing wrong with the painting. I mean, it's just asphalt and white lines. Some styrofoam's on there. And then the curves down here are actually individually wrapped, which is kind of nice. So very nice packing job in the box, and I don't see anything wrong with the pieces. No painting errors, no mold or curing problems. So looking forward to playing with those. That's about 6 feet. Like I said, that's enough to get you across the long ways of your typical 6-foot long Flames of War table. So looks pretty good. This set, I think, retail costs about $45, and that is pretty pricey. You can't find it cheaper in online stores or whatnot, but you're getting $45 for basically 6 feet of road. Now you could make something like this, but for $45, you know, I could make something like this, but it would take me hours and hours over a couple of days. Is $45. Just plunk it down and I have something that I can play with right away. So there's always a trade-off of time versus money. I think these roads means I have more time to paint my Team Yankee vehicles and not have to worry so much about terrain, which is really appealing. So there you go. This is the modern roads box. Next up, we'll look at the expansion. So here's the Modern Roads expansion out of the box again, sealed in styrofoam, bubble wrap. Flexible, really nice quality. Paint looks good. Very light dry brushing on the surface of the road, but not overdone. Looking at a curve from the road section, we see that the coloration matches up pretty good. Alright, so in here we get one sharp curve, another sharp curve, some wax paper, 2 T-junctions. That's just some styrofoam. Looks pretty good. 2 short road pieces, which are handy for, reaching the end of the table and not having overlap. And a 4-way intersection, which is nice. So there you go. There's the contents of the Modern Roads expansion. Now this one is also, I think, $45 retail, and you get that. It seems like you get more with the Modern Roads than you do with the expansion. Now even then, so here we have $90 worth of roads for your Flames of War battlefield. But I'm wondering if this is still enough. I mean, you can have one lane go all the way across the road and maybe throw in a T-junction, but you're not going to get much more. So we might need to end up getting another one of these Modern Roads eventually to take full advantage of the expansion. All right, next up, let's take a look at the oil tanks. All right, so here we've opened up the oil tank. You get 2 of them. Some bubble wrap to keep the tops from getting scratched up. It's hollow. I was wondering about that. That's good. So not only is it an oil tank, but you can use it as a mug. Just kidding. You probably wouldn't want to use that as a mug. So there you go. Detail is nice on these. Again, it's a light dry brush, ladder with some metallic. I guess you could use it as a dice cup. But there you go. I forget how much these were. I want to say they weren't that expensive. Maybe half the price of the road, $25, $30. It just gives you a little modern touch to your Flames of War Team Yankee battlefield. All right, next up, last we'll be taking a look at the concrete walls. All right, so here we have the concrete walls. Very similar to the plowed field with the fence, that Flames of War terrain kit. You've got corner pieces, and then just various lengths of straight road. And then longer ones. So let's see if we can get in here for some detail. Again, the dry brushing is really nice on these. It's not heavy-handed like I've seen on some of the past kits. So these are very nice. Maybe put some static grass just in a few spots along there. Make it look like some weeds are coming up. And you could put these in the middle of the road. You could put them on the side of the road. They look good. And then to give you an idea of scale for all this, here's a BMP on the road. And the mighty M109. So overall, really nice. I really like these kits. I do have on order the next set of kits, which is the factory and the gas station I think those are the only two I'm missing right now. I may end up picking up another set of the concrete walls. They were the cheapest, I think, maybe $25 or right around there. Um, and they definitely can spice up the battlefield, make it look neat, and importantly, these things give you low cover in Team Yankee, which is very important for shooting across and getting cover. So BMP can definitely shoot across it, but be a little bit harder to hit on return fire. So these will be good to liven up the battlefield and give us a little bit more tactical challenge, tactical options on the battlefield. So there you have it, guys. We took a look at all four of the terrain kits that I got in today. The Modern Roads expansion, the 2 oil tanks, and the concrete barriers. So I hope you like that. If you did like it, please go ahead and give this video a thumbs up. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Let us know what you guys think of Team Yankee Terrain. Share with us your thoughts on these kits and what you guys think. Thanks for checking out this unboxing video, and you guys have a great day.